summer session of TDU. We will be getting started momentarily. As our Grace mentioned earlier, we will start with Baldar. He is actually going to be doing 2 sessions today, but we're going to give you a break in between because both of those sessions are going to be a little more physically demanding. In between, Sir Football and Sir Subadai will be teaching pole arm, how to use it and what to do against it. Then we'll take a quick break for lunch. When we come back from lunch, we'll have a little bit of workshop time while people are still straggling in. So for the nights that are here, that'll give us an opportunity to work one-on-one with people as they come up and request it. For you who want to be knights, this is your opportunity to come see us. If you have a question, I'm working on this, or I'm having a problem with that, or hey, can you take a look at this? I don't think I'm doing it right, or can you show me that thing that you do? This is your opportunity to come up and ask any of us here, basically anything we know. We'll teach you whatever you want to know during that workshop time. From there, we'll move into the tournament, or the final exam, as we like to call it. And then I believe there's some court time after that, and call it a day. We've been known to give fraternity prizes. Today is no different. I don't, Cherish is not here, but flat tire. Last term of TDU, Cherish won, Cherish and Subadai, and they both won silk painted banners, and that will be the tourney prize today for the winner and for the top placing unbelted tournament. For the youth, we have a Bourget. Although, it may not protect you from your parents trying to actually ring your necks. And accordingly. And then I will be speaking with Baldar because I think we have prizes for that too, but I haven't talked to him, so I'll get that. Any questions before we get moving? Great then. Baldar, do you need any equipment for your bike?
Yeah, actually gloves, if you got them. Also, you'll need 1 and possibly 2 swords.
So, grab some gloves and 1 or possibly 2 swords.
And spread out.
For those who are interested in doing
real
the
short
classes,
hand
that room right over there.
Arm rotation. Loosen up those shoulders. Little circles, little bigger circles forward. Big circles, kind of stretch out those pecs. Those little circles backwards. Circles back. If this hurts, you need to do more of it. Okay? Big circles. Yeah, let's get some synovial fluid in there. Everything going. Okay. Give yourself a hug. Okay. Feels good. Turn the neck. A lot of your real popping. That's called age. Okay? Hand out, stop sign, pull the fingers back. Pull the fingers back, I want you to feel some tension on the bottom of your forearm. Do that. And rest it out. Back. Rest it out. Back. Rest it out. Switch hands. Get a good stretch in there. Rest it out. Stretch. Rest it out. Good. One last time. And good. Hand on the hip. Reach over, grab your elbow if you can. You can't pull your hand forward on your hip. Forward, forward.
Yep.
Forward, yeah, there you go.
Further forward here, but you can't reach it.
Might be tough to do in armor. Pull it forward, you're going to feel some tension. If you're doing it right, on the back of your shoulder blade. Pull that forward a little bit. Relax. The shoulder again. A lot of these warm-ups are really easy and simple to do, but they're going to keep you from getting those crappy little injuries. If you're a little higher, just pull your hand up. If you're a little more flexible, pull your hand up on your waist or farther back. See what you can do. You need to get this stretch to the point where you can be a little more flexible. Okay? Because flexibility has a lot to do with you being able to get that reach for the shot. Okay, switch hands. That flexibility is going to give you the strength and power. You want to be a perfect fighter is like a Gumby.
Where should you be feeling that tension?
What? Where should be feeling tension? Put up on your. Should be feeling tension right between your shoulder blade and your spine.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
There it is.
Switch it out a little bit. One more. Pull it forward with the opposite hand on the elbow. You should be pulling it forward. Okay, very good. Okay, stretch the back a little bit. Side. Stretch those intercostals out. Yeah. Okay. Feet apart. I don't care if you turn your toes out or have them forward. It all depends on the way your pelvis is built. Squat. And up and up. When you come out of the squat, I want you to clench your ass cheeks together and give a little porno pump. Yeah? Okay?
I'll edit that out.
Squat. Porno. There you go. Squat. There you go. Squeeze it. Okay, now, a little more challenging. Take your sword. We're going to do an overhead squat. Same thing. Down. Hold it. And up. Porno pump. There you go. Squat. Porno pump. Excellent. Squat. Good. And one more. Okay. These are pretty easy to remember, and it's going to keep you from getting injury before you start doing your regular workout drills. And you'll preclude yourself a lot of injuries. Pull muscle, and believe it or not, you'll actually be less sore. Now I'm going to be using a steel sword today for your instruction. And the reason for that is we're going to be concentrating a lot on sword mechanics, flat and edge. And to be honest with you, it's terrible. Most of you are terrible when it comes to flat and edge. I was terrible on flat and edge until I got to see it high definition, slow motion video. And the fact is, we're fighting with round clubs. And because of the tools we are given, the tools we have, we only play lip service to it. The fact is, when you have a sword that has pretty much disappeared when it's in this plane versus this, the flat, is a huge, huge difference. There's a huge difference in how it moves and a huge difference in how it hits. The difference is the strength of the hit, the speed of the hit, and your ability to follow through. We're going to get to a whole other module on that. That's why I'm using a steel sword. What I want you to pay attention to in all these drills is exactly where that flat and edge is. If I strike somebody and I'm 90 degrees, if I'm 90 degrees to my target, like the flat snap, the sword doesn't have much of a rebound. If I strike with the flat or even just slightly off of 90 degrees, the sword turns and does this. And you have no recovery. Because we're fighting with rattan swords, it doesn't mean that much, except this is a much weaker blow than this. Okay? It's in line with the arm and line with the bow. We're going to get to that. But I want you to pay careful attention when we do these drills about your flat and the edge. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. Okay? So we're going to start out. Get your fighting stance, sword, shield side forward. We're not going to be doing goofy foot yet. This drill only needs one sword. We're going to do a tent block drill. Tent block comes up like this, elbow back. The reason why the elbow is back, it doesn't become a target. I want you to pull the sword in front of you so it's almost in front of your left eye, or your right eye if you're left-handed. Okay? So the edge of the sword should be out, like that. You're almost, when you're you should see the back edge of your sword. Your back hip should be back. There should be tension on both of your legs, but they should be slightly bent. Not like this, and not like this. Okay? But your hip is back. When you turn your hand over and imagine bringing your hand down in a hammer fist in an X pattern and turning your hip as you do it. Now follow through. And at the recovery, turn your wrist over and bring it back. So we're going to do one X cup like that. There you go. Good job. Follow through till you turn your hand over at the end. I know this seems like a little thing, turning your hand over like that, but it's a major thing in your body mechanics and your kinetics. Follow through, bring it all the way down to your opposite hip. Across your opposite hip. Across your opposite hip. Across the opposite hip. Pay attention to that blade orientation. Okay, now we're going to try something a little harder, a little different. It's a hanging block. Like this. Remember that stretch we did? The other way. The other way. There you go. It's hanging. And I want you to try to get rid of the tension of the sword so it's not held up like this. If you need to do that, bring your elbow in and you can let that hanging block. So this is great against two swords, against lefties. When you come in to close, block, strike. Okay? So we're going to do that hanging block. Hanging block, strike. And over here, you're going to turn your hand up and bring it back to the hanging block. Okay? Strike, up to the hanging block. Strike, up to the hanging block. Bring it up to the side of the head so you're protected all the way down here on your off side. Strike. Same X pattern. Strike. I know the kinetics on this are tough. Try not to lean when you do it. And use your hips. If you're not using your hips, you're wrong. Strike. 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 Nice X pattern. Hanging block. Rotation by turning the hand. Okay, now we're going to put them together. Okay? And bring it up. Over here, you're going to bring it up. You're going to strike. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to break it down again. Some of you, I see some bewildered looks out here. I know that looks easy. It's hard to get. You're not retarded. Okay, so we're going to do here, cut, turn the hips, turn the hand, bring it up. Keep the hips rotated. Strike. Back to beginning. Cut. Rotate. No, rotate the hand up while it's down here. Bring it back up. Block the side. Cut. So it's the hip rotation comes this way, and then it comes this way. You got it? We're rotating every time we cut with full hip rotation. Okay? So let's break it down one more time and then we'll do our 50. So strike. And I want you to visualize when you do this, blocking a shot. You ready? You're coming at me, you're striking. Imagine someone striking you, and you're and when I say isolate the block, that's what I mean on this drill. Strike, boom. You strike, bam. You block, bam. You strike, okay? I don't want you to see, I don't want to see this. Okay? That's not the purpose of this drill. The purpose of this drill is to get you to learn how to block properly, rotating your hips into a position where you can strike back at your opponent with power and speed. Okay? So, block, strike, block, strike. Use the hips. Block, strike, block, strike. Use the hips. Block, strike, block, strike. Block, strike, block, strike. You guys got it?
There it is.
Let's do 50. And then, as a treat, we're going to get to do 50 with our left hand. Okay, ready? And if you guys think the steel sword's harder, I mean easier, I'll be willing to trade.
I was going to say. Anybody?
Okay, 10 block. Cut. Hanging block. Cut. 10th block. Cut. Hanging block. Cut. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 5, 6, 7. Make them hard. 8, 9, 10, 11. Isolate the block. 12, 13. All the way down. 14. Below your waist. 15. 16. 17. Turn your hand over. 18. Turn your hand over. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. Use the hip rotation. 25. 26. Make sure your sword hand's backs. 27. 28. 29. 30. Go all the way through. Turn the hand over. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. And double time. 41. 42. 43. Make them hard. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. And 50. All right. There are two major ways or types of block to do. It's called the two types of static block. There's active blocks, they're different. And that's going to be one we've already learned, which is a tent block and a hanging block. These are my favorites. If you see me fight, you'll see me fight like this. Okay? But there's another school, and it's totally valid, and you should know how to do both. And that's a cross block. And when that comes around, you put your thumb on your earlobe. Cross block. And it's the same thing. You're coiling up the spring. You're letting the spring go. Okay? Outside block. Outside block, elbow into the chest so it doesn't have far to go. Coiling up the spring, boom, and you're cutting. So, another drill we're going to do. Same thing. Sword foot back. And we're going to go block, cut across, strike. Block, a little easier. Cut across, strike. Block, strike, block, strike. Block, strike, block, strike. Now, the danger of this, it's very fast. It can be strong if you hit the forte of the sword, the strength of the sword. You Grace? You throw a blow at my temple. Here, it's good. Here, it's not so good. Okay? Unlike a tent block, which has a lot of margin, because it's brakes, this block is required a lot more precision. It's a little faster, but it requires more precision. So you need to block right above the quillions. Okay? So keep that in mind when you do that block, or you're just going to get bonked in the head. Okay? Bonked in the head by your own sword, or your opponent's going to blow through your sword and hit you. So, back to it. So it's block, strike, block, strike. Look how we're using the hips every time. And we're doing an X. Visualize me in front of you. You're looking at me, and I want you to cut me from shoulder to hip. There's lots of different flows, but that's how we're going to do this one right now. Okay, let's do 50 with this hand, and then we'll switch hands, and then I'll show you a partner. So, 1, isolate the block. 2, use the hips. 3, 4, extend the hand. 5, extend the arm. Bring it below your waist. 6, 7, 8, 9, make them hard. 10, you don't need a pedal. 11, 12, make them harder. 13, 14, this one you're not turning the hand over. 15, 16, 17, 18, isolate the block and imagine you're blocking a weapon. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, get a snap at the end, 30, 31, isolate, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, use the hips, 37, 38, 39, and double time, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, breathe, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Switch. Doing the little things that count. The little things that make the difference between a good shot and a crappy shot. Okay, sword, foot, back. And 1, 2, use the hips. 3, 4, 5, all the way through. 6, 7, use the hips. 8, all the way down. 9, 10, 11, get a snap at the end. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, make them hard. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, breathe, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, all the way through, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Double time. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. And 50. Okay. Get some blood in your arms. Behind us, would you like to join me? Okay. Our first block was the tent block and the hanging block. We're going to call that blocks A. Okay? The second block was our cross block and our outside block. We're going to call that block B, or part B. One of you is going to start as part A, and one of you is going to start as part B. Okay, I would suggest part B for you. It'll be a little easier. What we're going to do is this marries up into a beautiful little partner drill. Okay, he's going to block like this, and he's going to strike. He's going to block like this, and he's going to strike. I'm going to block like this, and I'm going to strike. And I'm going to block like this, and I'm going to strike. And it meshes together like fingers of two hands to make a beautiful drill where you can assess your hip rotation, your blocks, and your blows. We're going to do it slow here. Start with me. You get that? All right. So you're going to walk over here. There. You're going to fire out of that. Fire out of this. There. Slowly. Now, we've learned this cool little drill. It incorporates cuts and hip rotation. Okay? All of you guys love watching Kung Fu movies, or you wouldn't be doing this. So, we're going to learn a little Kung Fu flash called the figure eights. Then we're going to learn a nice variation on the figure eights because it teaches us hip rotation, sword orientation. It looks cool as shit, and we're using both hands independently. Okay? So let's break this down. We're going to break it down, and then we're going to put it together. Okay, so you're standing in front. You're in the woods, taking a dump. You don't want to get anything on your heels. So equal weight on both feet, little distance apart. And our swords are going to be out like this, the standard Musashi sword stance. We're going to come up and we're going to cut an X across and turn your hand over into the chambered position. It's called the chambered position. We're going to cut across and turn our hand over into the other chambered position. And then the underhand, the hand that's underneath, is going to come up across your body and cut an X and rotate the hips. That's the hard one. It's hard to get that one not flat. See? You know, turn that blade so it's cutting like that and back. So we're going to number these 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to do them really slowly. And I want you to pay attention to your flat and your edge. If you're doing this, you're wrong. If you're doing this, you're wrong. Pay attention to it. If you want to come up and use the steel swords to make sure you're doing it right, that's fine. Okay? But do it slow and learn how to do it right. This will pay off. I guarantee you. So 1, chamber, 2, chamber, cross the arms, blade up, cut, cut. Back to position 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't lean forward. Like stances, almost sit like sitting down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's variations on this, but we're going to keep it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use the hips and rotate every single cut. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only one that's tough is the double hip rotation over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So let's break that down. We broke it down slow. We're going to do a little more slow work on it. And then we're going to get it till it's nice and smooth, and then we're going to throw you a curveball. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to rotate the hand. Pay attention to that blade. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to put a little snap at the end. A little snap at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a little variation here. We're going to do full arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is great for intimidating that guy for that first fight in Florentine. Okay? You'll look wonderful. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Full arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full arms, full hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full arms, full hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, regular arms. Regular arms. Elbows in. Elbows touching the side. Just the wrists. Just the wrists. All these exercises. Handcuff your wrists together. All these exercises are going to build up that forearm. So back to regular. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blade orientation, people. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You guys ready for the curveball? I didn't say stop. You ready for the curveball? Step. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 45. 45 step. Both hands, both feet. Okay, have fun too. We're going to do double lunges.
Oh, no. Burpees. Ow.
The double lunge is an attack to close distance and to make a cut. So, back in your position. And you're going to lunge forward. Right foot, cut, chamber, cut, points down. It's more dangerous that way. And left foot, cut, cut. Okay. 25. 1, 2. Make them low. 3. Cut both directions. 4. 5. 6. Cut both ways. Come on. 7. 8. Back straight. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Double time. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25.